Hey everyone, now Soundcore has made a bit of a name for themselves, especially with the Liberty 3 Pro and Liberty 4. Both buds easily bring the best value for money you can get in the true wireless market. Now the Soundcore Space A40 is a slightly more budget-friendly option from Soundcore, retailing for around $100 US. They do go on sale a bit cheaper though, and I've honestly only heard good things about these earbuds. So after my testing over the past couple of months, I'm gonna let you know what I think. They are great, they do have issues though. Now let's start with how the buds fit. This is easily one of the standout features. The buds are super compact. It just feels very weightless and like you're not really wearing an earbud at all when you do have them in your ear canal. So whether or not you have large ears or small ears, I personally have large ears, but I tested them on my girlfriend. She has very small ears and they fit her really well. So it's a great fit. The buds don't dig in too deep. There's no pressure, there's no suction. It's a good time all around for your ear. And the buds also stay in really well for me when I'm exercising, weight training. There's no way they're gonna fall out. They barely even budge around. It's only when I'm clenching my jaw through hard sets, lying down for a bench press, getting my head in a bit of a squish position. The buds move around ever so slightly, affecting the sound quality and the noise canceling. They also work great when running. You don't hear too much of your own breathing or body-borne noise hitting the ground. And with the transparency mode on, the microphones don't let in too much wind noise. Also, if you like using your earbuds when training, these have an IPX4 water resistant rating. Fine for sweat, splashes of water, use in the rain, you just can't submerge the buds in water. Now onto battery life. Another standout feature is the amount of battery life you're getting, because you get 10 hours from the buds, 50 hours in total. That's with noise canceling off. It comes down to 8 hours from the buds, 40 hours in total with noise canceling on, which is still very crazy. 10 minutes in the case gives you 4 hours of playback on the earbuds. You're getting wireless charging. It's a super thin and compact case, smaller and thinner than both the Liberty 3 and Liberty 4 cases, so easily pocketable. And you also get some LED indicators on there so you know when to charge your case up. Now in terms of the controls here, these use touch controls. You do have full customization in the app, which is great to see, but for whatever reason, there's no triple tap function on the A40 here. So this does mean you're a little bit limited to what you can control, even though you can customize everything. This is a very weird choice because on the Liberty 3 Pro, you can customize everything. They also have the triple tap, so don't know what they're doing there. The Liberty 4 also don't have a long hold, so Soundcore, I don't know what's going on here. It's stressing me out a little bit. Try and keep it even across the board. Unless there's a reason why, let me know. Do keep in mind there is no in-ear detection here, which the Liberty 3 and 4 do have, but at this price, they got to bring the price down. It makes sense. Now, in terms of connectivity, I honestly thought Soundcore were going to take away the high-res codecs, but you're still getting LDAC, you're getting Bluetooth 5.2 here, and you're also still getting multi-point connection, so you can have two devices connected to the earbuds at the same time. It's very good that they kept that feature here at the price that they are at. And in terms of latency with watching videos and movies, no issues at all, but a sneaky feature they do have here that the Liberty 3 and 4 don't have is a low latency gaming mode. So here are the results I got in my test on both iOS and Android. Around 400 milliseconds is good for casual games, 200 milliseconds good for fast reaction games like shooters. And the low latency isn't all the game mode is bringing. It has another sneaky feature I'll talk about shortly. But now let's head on outside and see how the microphones compare. All right, so here I am in the outside world, currently recording the audio off my iPhone 12 Pro so you can get an idea of the noise going on around me right now. All right, so here is the call quality of the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro. All right, so here is the call quality of the Soundcore Liberty 4. All right, so here we are in the outside world with the Soundcore Space A40. Hopefully you can hear my voice pretty well and all the noise around me is getting blocked out. All right, before we talk about the noise canceling, if you're enjoying the video, please chuck a like down there. It really does help the video out. Now, how I test my noise canceling, I just chuck on my soundbar and I'm playing simulation plane noise and cafe noise. I get the high frequency sounds, I get the low frequency sounds. Here is my overall noise canceling ranking with all the earbuds I've tested. Keep in mind, this is a rough ranking. It's incredibly hard to keep this list updated, but I always am updating it. But to put it simply, the noise canceling here, easily the best you can get at the price, with the Space A40 getting very close to the quality of the Liberty 3 Pro and the Liberty 4. A feature that they did take away is the hearing test to adjust the noise canceling to your specific ear canal. But to be honest, on the Liberty 3 and 4, I found it only improved the noise canceling by like 2%. So not a big loss. Now the transparency mode here is where they start to fall behind it isn't the best. It is a bit hard to hear voices. General awareness is okay. You do have an option in the app to turn vocal mode on, and that does improve voices, and then it would take away from the general awareness. It would sound a little bit strange. The transparency though is actually slightly better than the Liberty 3 Pro, but the Liberty 4 does have the best transparency mode out of all the buds. Now, before we talk about sound quality, quickly touching up on volume, the A40 here and all the Soundcore's buds easily go loud enough. Above 85%, that's when you're in hearing loss territory. So if you like your loud level listening, you're all good. Now onto the sound itself. Right out of the box, this is not what I was expecting from Soundcore. The Liberty 3 Pro and Liberty 4 out of the box have a nice bass boosted kind of V-shaped tuning, great treble, great bass. It's a great sound overall, where the Space A40, it's a little bit more on the balanced side here. It's more of a mid-focus tuning, very forward mids, forward to the point of sounding a little bit too forced for my liking. The treble, honestly pretty lackluster, and the bass has a bit of thump, but it does lack that deep rumble and also lacks a little bit of mid bass, honestly. So I played around with the EQ, all the presets. I did find the Jazz preset worked the best. It brings the mids down a little bit, boosts the treble and boosts the bass. And with this EQ on, it does sound a lot better, but it's still just, it just lacked a bit of energy for my liking. And I honestly like a pretty bass boosted tuning while retaining as much clarity as possible. But even with the Jazz EQ, playing around with the EQ as much as I couldn't get it to a level that I like the best. But throwing it back now, back to the game mode, like I said, the sneaky feature. When you turn the game mode on, this actually changes the EQ. It boosts the bass, treble, and basically boosts everything to the point where I couldn't recreate it on the EQ. Now, the issue here, when you have the game mode on, you can't play around with the EQ further. Whatever it has set, it's stuck to it, but thankfully, at least for me, they sound the best with the game mode EQ on. The bass can get a little bit boomy, but it still has that nice deep rumble, and the treble gets boosted to a really nice crisp point, to the point of getting slightly harsh, but this is only when you're venturing above 85% volume in those high volume ranges. So they do sound great. Still, if you're a bit of a bass head, I wouldn't recommend these buds. You definitely want to go for the Liberty 3 Pro. They're the bassiest out of all the buds, or the Liberty 4, they even have more bass as well. And overall, Liberty 3 and 4, they do sound better. They are more expensive. They're more in the V-shaped territory. The A40 does win when it comes to mid-range clarity, but it's just lacking that full range in the bass and that crisp treble. But the A40 with the game mode on does come very close to the sound quality of the Liberty buds. So overall value for money, once again, Soundcore knows what they're doing. They nailed it with the A40, but if you want to see how the A40 compared to 4 other earbuds at a similar price, check out this video here where I compared them to 4 other earbuds. I scored them, I ranked them. It's a good video. Check it out. In the meantime, stay picky. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.